Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be putting together my 6.5 foot Grave and Bones animated LED app controlled Ultra Skelly from Home Depot. Alright, let's take a look and see what all comes in the box. Alright. We have the base, the instructions, I believe these are the leg pieces. There's his body. Slide this out. I believe his head's probably going to be in this box right here. We'll open that in just a second and see. We have there's his left arm, his right arm, one of his tib fibs. There's a femur. The other femur. Other tib fib. His pelvis. His left and right foot. His chest cavity. And his power cords. Let me get this box out of the way and we'll open up the box with his head. And let's see if his head's not in here. Ah, yes. And there he is. All right. Set his feet down over these bottom pieces. You just feed the leg support down through that hole, like that. There's a little screw at the end here that tightens it down that you have to loosen before it'll actually sit down on there. a screw. Once you put that down there, you'll tighten it in from the side to actually lock that in. I'll grab a screwdriver. We'll do that in just a second after I put the other leg on. Again, at the base it does have this little tightening screw. You have to back that out just a little bit so it'll slide down over the top of the other piece. Grab a little screwdriver real quick. You don't want to go too tight, just enough just to hold it in place. And then this right here snaps into the foot. Do the same on the other side. I'm not over tightening it, I'm just making it snug just to keep it together. That foot will snap in like that. Next up, the femurs. Sits on top like that. On the back side of the femur, there's a little place when you slide it on there where you can actually lock the next piece in. Here on the back side of each femur, there's a hole cut where you can actually access that little push pin. So when you put the pelvis on top of it, you can lock it in. It's the same way on both sides there. Up next we have the pelvis that has some wiring in, but these will slip right down over each one of the femurs and lock into place. Click when it popped in. And there we go. That's got pretty much the waist down locked in. Up next we have the chest cavity. Let me set this down over here. It does have the connector wires that you connect down through the pelvis. There is a specific way they go together. You gotta be real careful with that. And this has a little screw on the back that you just back out a little bit just so you can set this on there. I'm gonna move this over to the table so I can use the table as a little holder for it. I'm going to use the box that the head's in just to raise this up a little taller for me. Just so I can get that in a good spot while I'm connecting these wires. So yellow to yellow, and there's a specific way it goes in there. Just like that, and then screw that down tight. Same with the gray or brown, tan, whatever color. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to feed these wires back down inside this pelvis cavity a little bit here. As you come down here. There we go. Just tuck them up in so you don't see them, down into more down to the pelvis. It's going to sit there. There's a little screw here in the back. Can't find where I left my screwdriver. There it is. There's a little screw that you can screw in right here through this little part of the back, just to tighten that down. Okay, there we go. All right, now then it's time to put his head on him. He does have the 3 wires on the back that will connect to these 3 wires here. And then the head mounts on top of this. It says one person can put this together, but you really need 2 people. You need someone to actually hold the head while you're doing this. Let me see if I can get some help real quick. All right. So now with an extra set of hands, let's see if I can see this. There we go. Hold on real tight like you got it. There's that one. Once you connect these wires, you feed the wires back up into the skull to have them out of the way. And there is an arrow to arrow showing you how they go. This one you can't see that well. I think it's the color of it. Let me get over and get it around. There we go. Yeah, I definitely could have done this by myself with the head up here. I guess you could have laid I could have laid him down to do this part. This is just as easy. Okay. Just gonna feed these wires up into the skull cavity. Trying to. I may need to borrow your hands again for a second. There we go. Just need you to stand closer a little bit so we go in. And there is a screw on the back of the head that you tighten in there. But I'm not completely thrilled with how these wires did yet. All right, that's got his head on. Let's get this left arm here. And the left and right arm have different shaped connectors. The right arm's the arm that actually moves, and this left arm is static and just stays in place. So I'm going to try to see what would be the best position to put this in. I don't want it that far back. I don't know if it'll actually go in tight. Let's see. There it goes. And there's a little screw right in the back of the arm that you just tighten up a little bit. You don't over tighten it because it will strip it. It's just to hold it on. There we go. And this one just has a little bit of a different shape to it. Just pops on. Just tighten that little screw in the back of the arm here. There we go. All right, that's got him assembled. On his left shoulder blade is the reset button and the Bluetooth enabler and everything. There is the power cord is going to hook to right here. And it actually has little clips running down the back of his leg, all the way down to the outlet down here, so it's completely hid behind this left leg. Alright, this just plugs right into here, and it screws down to tighten it. Like that. Kick it over the side a little bit. It does have these little clips right here for the, and you slide the cord inside there, down to here. And this is going to keep the cord completely hidden. And down to there. Alright, with him plugged in, you want to hold this down for 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, now I've got to download the app, and we can adjust the color of the light in his ribs, in his mouth, his eyes, and his motion. His torso will move, his hand will move, and his head will move. Let's do that.
The living have arrived. Within this domain, the sounds of rattling bones and horrifying screams fill the haunting air. Enjoy your unfortunately short stay, for I guarantee you will not be here for long. Come one, come all. Bones come alive with laughter, and shadows come out to play. Embrace the mysterious ambiance, and let the spirit guide your way.
And there you have it, the Ultra Skelly.
Heed my warnings. What you may experience here will be burned into your memory for eternity. Pass these graves with caution, as the
Rain has started falling here on the Monster Lab, so that's what you hear hitting the roof. But there you have it, the 6.5-foot Ultra Skelly from Home Depot, fully customizable. You can change his eyes, the color of the light in his mouth and chest cavity, the motion. You can have just his head move, his torso, and or his arm.